The same reason why your ex broke up with you out of nowhere and you didn't see it coming is the exact same reason why you have a chance with them to get them back, and I'll explain why. When somebody breaks up with you out of nowhere, they're having issues internally. They're not liking things in the relationship, and they're not coming to you to tell you what they're feeling, which means that they're kind of making up their mind on their own, and they're not communicating with you, right? So for them to break up with you as opposed to trying to work on things with you progressively and having talks, that means that they're avoiding the feeling, avoiding conflict, which ultimately gets so bad to where they just break up with you. So in other words, they're running away from their feelings. Now, why is it the case that if they're doing this, which is really, really bad, and it's causing you guys to come apart, how is this, the same thing that drives you apart, the exact same thing that's going to give you a chance in the future? Well, I'll tell you why. Because the kind of person that never deals with their emotions, by just like pushing it off, eventually it catches up with you. There's a book, it's called The Body Keeps the Score. It talks about how the body stores trauma. My ex-wife was a massage therapist, and she would talk about how, when she's working on somebody, they would burst out crying sometimes because you can't escape your emotions. You can't escape what's happened to you. Eventually, it's got to get let out in some way or another, okay? So your ex that's pushing off their feelings, it's going to catch up with them later. And I'm not just saying, because there's a book that said this and because my ex-wife that's a massage therapist, like as this loose connection. No, it's a thing that not only it can be observed in those ways, but also I observe it in my own practice where I get calls from the kind of people that dump their exes, and then the feelings hit them later, and then they're asking me like, hey, what can I do to get them back? So people that push off all the problems and avoid their feelings are eventually, it's all going to catch up to them eventually. Usually it takes about 3 months or so. So again, if you don't feel your emotions, you don't process them, it's going to catch up with you. And not only that, let's just say that your ex rebounds or something. So a lot of times when people break up with you out of nowhere, they'll just run off to a new relationship to distract from the feelings. And when they do something like that, guess what happens? They have a honeymoon phase with that new person. Then, issues start to build up in that relationship. And then what do? They run away from that too. So, right, their strategy is avoid and distract. Run away, run away, run away. It all catches up with them. So if you want another chance with this person, you will have it. You may not believe it right now because you're not getting any sort of evidence that this is going to happen, but you don't get to see things from my vantage point. When you're coaching everybody every single day, I'm up in everybody's business. I do multiple calls a day. You get to see what happens over time. You don't, because you're in this right now, right? You can't see into the future, but I know what's going to happen. So if you want help with your ex, click into my profile, click this link, set up a call with me, and I'll talk to you soon.